My son was the same way. And they won't let you go until you vote.
Well, she's got the summer off, not really she wanted the summer off.
Oh, she's going back to work.
I was gonna
Is she?
say, yeah, should we?
She's been working from home and she was working in the hospital all of that.
Well, she, oh, look.
Says we're live streaming. Bill, what do you think?
Amazing. Whoop.
Okay, says live stream. Please stand for the pledge if able to. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing while we remember those who passed away. Brian Michael Joseph Conklin, Rosalie Marie Sherry, Barbara Lee Carlson, Stephen Shapiro. Thank you. Roll call, John Devers.
Present.
Bill Brown.
Here.
I am present, absent with notice, Samantha Ellis and John Frost. Fire exits. In the event of a fire, please use the fire escape behind us. Do not use the stairs or elevator. Please silence your cell phones. Correspondence.
Nothing for tonight?
Okay. We do have a couple minutes to present petitioners from the audience who's here to address the board for anything. Now is the only time during the meeting you will be able to. So we'll open up the petitioner section. This is not the public hearing for the battery or data centers. This is just general petitioner section. Okay, seeing none, and I don't believe I've seen any alerts on Zoom. We'll move on to attorney concerns.
None that we had already discussed.
Okay. Number one, don't have any budget mods. Number two, get a motion to approve bills as audited. All in favor? Get a motion to approve the assessor report, building, justice, highway, town clerks, maintenance, recreation, and supervisor reports for the month of June.
Move 3 through 10.
Second. All in favor?
So you can do this first.
Thank you. Go back to the resolution above number one. Resolution to forward petition seeking inclusion on the November 3rd, 2026 general election ballot for the town of Wawarsing, a proposition seeking funding pursuant to education law, section 2591 for the Cragsmore Free Library. A motion?
Motion.
Resolution, we got a roll call vote. John Bears, Bill,
Aye.
and I vote aye. That will be on November's ballot. That's proposition. Got one more minute. Get a motion to approve the wastewater maintenance workers, Jim Montani and Dave Seymour, to attend New York Rural Water Filtration Technologies and Regulations training session on Wednesday, September 30th, 2026 at the Holiday Inn in Poughkeepsie, New York. This class introduces employees to essential water treatment processes, equipment operation, maintenance practices, and safety procedures, and will be offered at no expense to the town.
The addition of town you would be able to use.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
7:05 on the dot. Making a motion to open the public hearing to receive input and comments from the public regarding the local law relating to a temporary zoning moratorium on battery energy storage systems and data facilities.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor? All right. Are any members of the public here to address the board and speak about the proposed moratorium on the battery energy storage systems known as BESS or the data facilities? I don't believe we have anyone on.
You should just know for the record that, the town planning board and county planning board were notified, and I believe we received a response from one of the planning boards.
We received,
Part of the record.
thank you, Bill. Yes, for the record, we did receive responses from both, yes, our local planning board and the county planning board. The county planning board, does not, they had no effect, and the local planning board supported our decision to further, investigate to make informed decisions for what's in the best interest of our town. One more time, are any members of the audience or online here to talk about the proposed moratorium for the BESS or battery energy storage systems or the data facilities? Update.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The next meeting, I will have a resolution authorizing setting the secretary of state,
Okay,
assuming you're voting in favor.
yeah, Jackie sent over the resolution placing the temporary moratorium.
Yeah, we need, to have a resolution adopted.
Okay, so,
I'll have it.
okay. Number 12, get a motion to approve payment to Aquatica Engineering in Newtonville, New York for invoice 25402 in the amount of $53,373.92 for professional services completed for the Ellenville Pool project.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Get a motion to approve the hiring of following staff members for Camp Shawanga 2026 summer season contingent upon the successful completion of all required pre-employment documentation and screenings.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Get a motion approving the quote from United Rentals in the amount of $486.62 for the rental of 2 portable restrooms, 1 standard, 1 handicap, to be placed in the pavilion area of Burn Road Park, Ellenville, New York, for the Ellenville Wawarsing Care event taking place Tuesday, July 21st.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
A motion to authorize supervisor to execute an agreement between owner and consultant, Reedman Peterson, Inc., regarding the Barber Road Bridge.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those folks unfamiliar with number 15, we have a couple of legacy projects, one of which is the Barber Road Bridge on Old Greenfield Road. This is a step in the process to go under contract with our consultants to further move that along and break ground. So we're hoping they feel confident the end of 2028 will be completion. So we'll keep people updated as that project is going and when it affects locals who live in the area or drive around. Concerns? Nothing. Let me get your concerns out, Will.
Okay, Recreation Department update. Camp Shawanga is officially underway with campers enjoying successful first 2 weeks of summer programming. Campers have participated in themed activities, arts and crafts, games, special events, and daily character building activities. Successful field trip to Kelder's Farm with another exciting field trip scheduled in the upcoming week. Weekly Camper of the Week and Counselor of the Week recognition program continues to celebrate positive behavior and leadership. Pool programming continues while adapting schedules as needed for weather and air quality conditions, always prioritizing participant safety. Recreation staff successfully implemented indoor programming during 4 air quality days, ensuring camp remained safe, active, and engaging. Reinforced camp safety procedures, behavior expectations, parent pickup and drop-off protocols. Recognized and celebrated the dedication of camp counselors, seasonal staff, and volunteers who continue to make the summer program a success. Our senior program, which is at the Trudy Resnick Barber Center on Tuesdays, 11 to 2, is still open throughout the summer. The Recreation Department remains committed to providing safe and memorable experiences for all children, families, seniors, and community members throughout the summer. Thank you. And I've been away for a couple of weeks, so that's basically all I have at this point.
Rick, John?
Napanock Water is under a water conservation notice right now. The tank normally yields about 30 to 40,000 gallons a day. It's operating now around 4,000 gallons a day, so we ask people in the Napanock Water District just to conserve water, not do things like wash your car, water your lawns, things like that. Just use water for only essential purposes. The 4th of July events are over with. Thank the town board for helping with the events, obviously giving the money towards the fireworks, but also sponsoring the grant application to the county. I will have probably tonight, I'm going to email you the final report to send to them to be able to get reimbursed for something money. But it was 2 great events. July 3rd event at the airport, despite the 100+ degree day, we only had a few vendors not come. But we far exceeded the expectations we had for attendees. We were estimating between 500 and 1,000 people. At the end of the night, we counted the wristbands and we had 1,251 people come to as participants. When you add up the fire department, the rescue squad, the other volunteers, as well as the vendors, we had over 1,300 people at that event. It was quite well attended. People had a really good time. So much so that we're being pushed, asked, I don't know how you want to phrase it, to do something like this every year. Our committee meets next week. We're going to talk about it, but it was a very nice event. The parade, we estimated the crowd at about 4,500 people, the largest crowd that we've had over the last several years. And the fireworks, questions? Fireworks, obviously twice as large as what we normally do. Budget wise was twice as much, but it was a great show. The finale was fantastic. They did a really good job. There's always gonna be one person to complain and say something negative, but that's all we got was one person on Facebook who wrote a negative comment. Everybody else was overwhelmingly positive. So I'll take that as a win. Again, our committee goes back to work again, planning for the next year's events, starting next week.
And kudos to your team. I respect all volunteer groups because of the work they do to make our community better and whatever means something to them. But I have to hand it to the 4th of July committee. Hats off to what your team did. And the people who want it to happen again, please volunteer your time so it can happen again, because we can't depend on the same dozen people to put in the time every year. It's not fair to them, and we need help. So please reach out to John or any of the committees if you're passionate about it and can spare an hour or 2 a month until it gets closer to it. Maybe it's a little bit more. So
yeah, we need volunteers year round for different things. We need people to be on the committee, but we also need people to volunteer to help out at the events, just like that. Doing even just selling raffle tickets, doing our tag day event, things like that. Just every little bit helps. Many hands make light work. And the other thing, just a reminder, on the 25th, Napanock Fire Department is having their parade. It's going to start in Napanock and make its way down to the airport. So it'll be a reverse of the normal route that they do. But that's going to be a very large parade, and it's an anniversary event for Napanock Fire. So please show up and support them.
And it's also the Ulster County Firemen's Parade, which they try to piggyback off of anniversaries. So it'll be much bigger than usual. Said about that. Actually, have a fair amount of updates, but I'll go through them pretty quickly. Appreciate everyone who stopped out in Greenfield Park for the Meet the Supervisor event last Tuesday. If I learned anything else, learn how dangerous that intersection really is when you just sit still looking at Oak Ridge Road and 52. I have, like most of us, have not stared at the road for 2 hours, and that's what I did. And I lost track of how many almost accidents there were, or just craziness. So just please be mindful of the roads, and it's a very interesting dynamic. But I learned a lot about that quickly too. Next one's gonna be on August 15th from 10 to 12, at Mill Street Park in, Ellenville off Center Street. Saturday. The assessment roll has been finalized since July 1st. You can stop in to see, either Stacy, Mike, or Robin if you'd like to see your assessment or learn if it changed, why it changed. Try to call in advance if you can, just to make sure someone can anticipate you and make sure it's open for what you're looking to do. But it's a great service. And that department does a great job communicating with the public. That we had bad Napanock water leak yesterday. Thank you to Jim Montani and his team, and also Tony for sparing Dion and Henry for coming down to help out to make sure we can get that fixed. It was an all-day affair, but they hung in there and they got it fixed, so we were able to continue to provide water to people. Bill mentioned some of the smoke effects that we were dealing with, keeping the kids inside, keeping the kids safe. We're just taking it a day at a time, an activity at a time. Some of the legacy projects we talked about today, we have 3 in total. The Kerhonkson sidewalk project did pass its design phase and environmental phase, which are very important steps of the process. I don't believe we ever made it this far in this process, so that's moving along. The GPI signing as consultants for Greenfield Park Bridge or Barber Road Bridge is a big move. And we, last meeting, we updated people with our RFQ acceptance with Barton and LaJudas for the rail trail. So I'll continue to update them, update the public as I get updates from them. And I said 2 things I'd like to read and we can close out. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the tragic loss of a young member of our community who passed away at just 18 years old, Ryan Clark. There are no words that can truly ease the pain of losing someone with such life, promise, and potential ahead of them. On behalf of our community, we extend our deepest condolences to their family, friends, classmates, and everyone whose lives Ryan touched. In moments like these, we are reminded that we are more than neighbors. We are a community that shares both joy and sorrow. As we mourn this heartbreaking loss, we may support one another with compassion, kindness, understanding, and may we honor their memory by strengthening the bonds that unite us. Our thoughts and prayers remain with all those who are grieving. And also, I'd like to read a statement. I want to reaffirm a principle that defines a strong and healthy community. Every person deserves to be treated with dignity, respect, and safety. Acts of hate, intimidation, or discrimination directed at anyone because of their race, religion, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, disability, or any other part of who they are have no place in the town of Wawarsing. Such actions divide neighbors, undermine trust, and weaken the sense of community we all depend on. We may not always agree on every issue, but we can and must agree that hatred and prejudice is unacceptable. Let us continue to stand together in support of one another, foster respectful dialogue, and work to ensure that everyone who lives, works, or visits any Wawarsing feels welcomed, valued, and safe. Thank you. Need a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor? Thank you, everybody.
Anything from Michael?
Oh, it's you.
Are we just gonna go ahead with it?